The officiating stunk, at least in those circumstances, and the Seahawks offense stunk. What's more of the reason why the Seahawks lost at Green Bay?
We've seen officiating stink, but usually it doesn't take points right off the board.
In a game like
right? Yeah,
this.
it's usually like, well, if they wouldn't have called that, maybe they got a first down and the drive stays alive and they can score. This was legit points in the game, and so that definitely played a part. But Russell Wilson was running for his life all game. They made the Green Bay Packers look like a defensive juggernaut. The last time we saw him, Julio Jones was running a marathon in Atlanta. And they've added some pieces, but the Green Bay Packers got after this offense of Seattle all day, and it really doesn't look good because I can't see it getting better. And they've always depended on Coach Capel to get that front line to play better and to get a running game. I don't think that happens with this group of players.
So you're more impressed with Green Bay's defense?
I thought Green Bay's defense.
I
thought Green Bay's defense was good.
Yeah.
The first play of the game, Perry gets pressure right into Russell Wilson's face. He has to get out of the pocket. Mike Daniels dominates all day. Clay Matthews was an afterthought, and he actually played well. And so you look at this Green Bay team. We'll know for sure Sunday night, though.
Yeah, because I'm going to say, will they regress back to kind of the mean, if you will?
Exactly. Those guys have to step up. Devon House has been a guy who's underachieved at the cornerback position throughout his career. He's starting at left corner for the Green Bay Packers, and they're a team that likes to match up. If he's matched up on Julio, I'd like to see how he handles that challenge, because if he handles it well, this team could be very good going forward.
Jamel, Sunday's game, officiating or offense for you?
For me, it was about actually, the true answer is a little bit of both, right? Because Ryan said it perfectly, and that's what bothered me about it, is that given how close this game was and how they were just slugging it out, and yes, Seattle has some offensive issues, you just can't have a call that takes away points, especially one, that block in the back. I mean, it was bad enough Jeremy Lane got ejected, but that block in the back was weak. I mean, that was real ticky-tacky. And so in this kind of game with this much at stake, because these two teams will probably see each other again, like you can't have that.
Well, that's the reason why I go back to the officiating, because offensively, yes, Seattle has problems. They've had problems on the offensive line for a while, as you pointed out. And they went 3 and out on that possession. That's in the first quarter. But as you know, Ryan, scoring situation dictates play calling the rest of the way. So who knows how the rest of the game plays out if they get that touchdown off top. But even beyond that, okay, so 3-0, block in the back, foul. Fine, they called a foul. Jeremy Lane plays 8 out of 82 snaps against Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers has a good game against a great defense that's down an important player. So in the grand scheme, while Seattle has its own problems of its own making to fix, this is the type of game that can dictate how a season and how a postseason plays out based on record, tiebreaker, home field advantage.
Right.
All
of these two teams especially.
Down to one play.
No, I totally agree, but that is what happens with the human error of referees. Like, it's part of the game, and it's one of those things.
But he didn't throw a punch.
Listen, I know, like in the UFC, that's just a little roughing up. You know what I mean? He might get kicked out of the UFC for that. You know, Dana don't like when the fight boring. But what I'm saying is, those guys saw that. They said one guy saw it. You can't make that call. But if you watch it, they call the early penalty on Cobb for taunting just because he walked over to him.
And what, the pass interference?
Right. Not to
we didn't even bring that up, right?
So, you know, and so it was a lot of questionable calls, but this ain't the first time a Green Bay-Seattle game been marred by a questionable call.
Now, I thought that Green Bay-Seattle would be my favorite game of the game.
What was your favorite game of the day?
It was Oakland, Tennessee.
Absolutely.
For 2 reasons. One, Tony Romo, he was killing it in the booth. Like, he was great.
He was good.
Second reason being Marshawn Lynch. He's just giving something.
How about Amari Cooper?
Oh, and Amari Cooper, sorry.
They said he's going to be better this year.
Didn't mean to slight him, that's for sure.
Derek Carr looked great.
The Raiders look good against a Tennessee team that a lot of people have bigger expectations for this season. With all the issues we're seeing in New England, with what beast mode has brought to this team, is he looking like the missing piece for the Raiders, Ryan?
They are the AFC champion today. Can I overreact?
Look at that.
Can I Monday morning quarterback?
Go for it. This is week 1.
Right. You know, and I just picked my guys like last week. I just picked my Super Bowl contender. Well, of course.
Oh, jeez.
Like,
okay.
Because that's what I felt that day. But
that was last week.
But that was Friday.
Right.
Now it's Monday. I feel different. And I can do that because this is my opinion.
Right. It's a fair exchange, so does your opinion.
So you come into the season, you think, can they stop people defensively? Can the corner stand up? And they did. And can they win games late by running the football? And they did, and it was physical, and it was fun, and he was sticking both middle fingers up.
Well,
I had a great time watching it.
I don't know if we got the video for it, but if he's flipping people off, I'm here for that.
I am here for that.
He brings an attitude that they were missing in the backfield, right?
That's how they feel anyway. They feel like the world's against him. He's the perfect piece for that.
Why would we deny him being a Raider for so long?
No question.
With all apologies to Seattle. He should have been a Raider a long time. He was born to be a Raider. Absolutely. I don't know about favorites, though. Still New England. Oakland's going to be there at the end. So will Pittsburgh, but it's still New England. It was one game.
Changing my mind.